Hello, everybody. Scott Golden here with the Golden Opportunities Coaching YouTube channel, and we've got over 500 audios for you to check out. Over 500 subscribers joined us already. Hopefully, if you're new, you enjoy what you hear and you come back on a regular basis and share with some people. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers so we can give to those in need, and we are certainly determined to do that. Help us this year by sharing these audios as you see fit with those that you feel would benefit most. Any event, if you're looking to kind of break destructive habits, learn ways to reprogram your mind, that's one thing I'm really, really good with and would love to be of assistance to you in that manner. The best way to reach out to me if you're looking to work with somebody in life, business, relationship, or creativity coaching is to reach out either through Twitter at PO Perception or the About Me section of this page here on YouTube. And you can go to my website, link up that way. We're going to talk about destructive habits today and how certain things or thought patterns can destroy us. Got about, let's see, about almost 8 to 10 things I want to run through really quickly. The first is if you lose your ambition, if you lose your focus. Look, refocusing is something that nearly everyone needs to do. Kind of finding a way not to get into ooh shiny syndrome or the destructive, depressive mode of nothing will ever get better for me, or it's too big, or it's too overwhelming is super, super important. Not allowing yourself to do that is one of the most important things you can do. But admitting when you're off track is also very valuable because the reality of your situation often is I need to refocus, and admitting to yourself that you've kind of lost your ambition, you lost your way, but that you can recorrect 86,400 times every day, by the way, number of seconds in a day, is super valuable. You have to let go, and the next point is you have to let go of being indecisive. Look, you will make choices, you will have chances to change your life, but it is the power to make effective decisions that will create that. Is it worth talking to this person? Don't know. Yeah, okay, I'm going to go with it. Is it worth filling out that job application? Don't know. Going to do it just to give myself an opportunity. At every given moment, try to give yourself as many opportunities for positive growth and positive change as possible. Even if something doesn't go the right way, there's something to be learned and there's growth to be had from every decision that is to be made. So the next is don't take things for granted. Show gratitude, but also understand that we sometimes, in human nature, especially in a very broken Western culture, take things for granted that we shouldn't. And so, is there someone in your life? Is there a situation in your life? Are your finances better than you ever thought possible, and you got lazy with overspending? Are there people in your life you haven't said thank you to in a while? Are there situations in your life that you could look at differently and people you could treat differently? It's super important to look at all that stuff in a meaningful way. The next thing to think about is know your weaknesses. Knowing them means working through them, and if they're weaknesses that are unwilling to change or you don't have the ability to change them, either get some help, work with a hypnotherapist, work with a psychologist, work with a psychiatrist, work with a coach, work with a spiritualist if that's how you relate, but work with somebody to change them. And if you know they're never going to change, you're unwilling to change them, you don't believe you can, you don't want to, whatever that case is, farm out the things you're weak at. Don't try to change yourself to be something you're not. Imposter syndrome takes people down wrong roads. And so if you know, I'll give you a perfect example. I am horrible, horrible with, following up with people by phone. So what I do is I say, hey, if you need to get in touch with me, call me or shoot me an email. I'll always respond when somebody reaches out to me. I know that my weakness in following up with people in that way comes from 5 years in telemarketing. I know that the experiences I had in that world are not going to change because it's just not me. So I give people every opportunity to accept, other ways to get in touch with me and make that happen. Am I leaving money on the table, an opportunity on the table? Probably. Do I know and accept that about myself? Yes. Have I tried to change it? Yes. Does it work? No. And so knowing where your limitations are and farming out things in a different way is super important. The next is don't set unreachable goals. Now, an unreachable goal is something like I'm going to lose 100 pounds. Set reachable goals. I'm going to lose 1 pound 100 times, 2 pounds 50 times, 10 pounds 10 times. In other words, if you frame your goals in ways that they seem so far out that you feel like the progress you make doesn't matter, you're more likely to quit on yourself and the progress and process you're trying to create. When you frame your goals in ways that you feel like progress is happening every day or every week or every month, then you're using the fulcrum of momentum to your advantage, and in the end, you're actually going to get somewhere. The next thing is don't allow your ego to let you become to a place where you think you need no help. Look, every one of us has weaknesses, every one of us has strengths. There are things that you'll never be good at, and that's okay. Ask for help on the things that you're no good at. Ask for help on things you don't know. Don't pretend you know something and then make a mistake that takes you weeks or months or years to unravel. In other words, if you don't know how to relate to someone in communication, work with someone on communication. Don't pretend you know and then literally have to go back and fix a bunch of broken relationships because you communicated poorly. The more simple and simplistic you make your life, and the willingness to humble yourself to admit you need help, can save you literally hours or days worth of time and energy in the long run. The next is don't become so rigid. It's great to have goals, it's great to have dreams. They're necessary parts of human existence. However, when you become so rigid that the only way to do things is the way you've always done them, or the only way to do things is the way that you've always experienced them, you limit the opportunities you get. So be willing to be flexible, be willing to adjust, be willing to learn new ways to do the same old thing and make your life simpler. The last one is don't get so greedy that you forget to give. The act of giving opens up different parts of the brain. The act of giving opens up different parts of your heart emotionally, and different, if you believe in chakras, different chakras. If you believe in different mindsets, you open yourself up through the act of giving. So look for opportunities to give on a regular basis. Even if you're poor, you can give of your time, or you can give $1 to take someone to McDonald's to get a dollar menu burger. Well, a dollar plus tax. But anyway, you can give no matter how rough life is in the moment, and the act of giving will change your circumstances if you're committed to it and you have an open heart about it and you're doing it from the place of making a difference versus the place of trying to get something in return. So hopefully this is helpful. I encourage you to keep your feet on the ground, your mind in the moment. Until next time, everybody.